Alfred Lansing wrote an excellent book about Ernest Shackleton and the endurance and the difficulties they faced when their expedition um, was halted by being stuck in the ice, and the frankly incredible story about how they survived. So today I want to talk about adapting and surviving, and actually adapting and thriving. Um, as you know, I've recently been through a bit of turmoil in life. So, like many people, I've been through redundancy. Um, I have some good news to share very soon, so that'll be coming out soon. Um, but also, um, running has been and continues to be a way for me to process, a way for me to deal with things, a way for me to escape, and a way for me to challenge myself in a different way. And unfortunately, in the last um, week, I've been injured, so I've not been running. Now, truth be told, it's not an injury that's stopping me running. I could have kept running, but what I've learned by now is when you start to feel that injury coming along, if you don't have a race coming and if there's nothing urgent on the horizon, it's a great idea to stop, take precautions, take preventative measures, and basically try and let it heal itself and do a bit of prehab work rather than rehab. So that's what I've done. So I've not run for the last 9 days, yes, and counting. I'm out for a walk this morning to keep my sanity. But what I've been doing, I've adapted during the last week. So I think historically, previously, I may well have, I know I did, kind of dwell on it, feel sorry for myself, get frustrated that I wasn't able to run. Um, but this time around, I've really taken action. So I've been doing some of the prehab work, as I said, but what I've also been doing is doing some of the kind of cross-training, strength and conditioning work that's going to make me a stronger runner, make me a better runner, that we all know we need to do, but we kind of do and then we stop doing. And generally, as runners, for example, we will do this stuff when we're injured, like I am now. But once we can run, we just run, and then we kind of forget to do that. Now, during lockdown, I actually got into a really good habit with strength and conditioning, and I was doing sessions once or twice a week, and I let that slip for 4 weeks, and I do wonder whether that was part of my downfall. Maybe it's because I've been doing a lot more running this year as well, with the joy of lockdown and being able to not having a commute, for example, and clearly in the last couple of months having more time to run, not having a schedule to work to. So there you go. What I've tried to do is adapt and find a way in which I can move forward and, one, stay sane, two, think about how I can improve as an individual runner, um, and three, keep challenging myself. So doing bodyweight exercises is not fun. I'm out of breath in a very different way. I might be able to run for 4 hours, but doing 20 minutes worth of high intensity interval training is a different beast. So that's one thing I want to kind of share today, really, is and how that transfers across to the world of work, and habits as well. So as I said, it's important to get into good habits and keep them. There's a fantastic book by the author James Clear called Atomic Habits. I'd highly recommend. And in that book, he talks about habit stacking. He talks about finding ways in which you can combine different habits and making it easy for you to adopt the behaviours that you want to adopt. So, for example, for years, when I've been going out for a run the next morning, I've always put my running gear out ready so that when I get up in the morning, it's there. If I make the decision that I'm not going to run because I'm tired, I have to physically move that running gear back into the closet, and that's telling myself you chose not to run. And it's a really good incentive to actually get out and get it done when I'm not feeling like it. So equally, we can build really good habits, just getting going on them. So many tips and techniques in that book, which as I say, I recommend. But for me, um, things don't always go to plan. I'm a big analytical kind of person. I do like to put a plan together. Things don't always go to plan. We need to be able to adapt, and we need to be able to be pragmatic and to find another way forward. And that's what I've been doing this week. Tested my Achilles this morning with a few little jogs during my walk, and it feels all right. So I think I'm going to give it another day or two, and then I should be okay to go out and just start again gradually. Again, tendency is to go guns blazing and back to where you were, but rebuild gradually, adapt and survive, and really adapt and thrive. Because if we look for different ways of doing things, then that can help us to improve and get even better over time. Be even better today than yesterday, and even better tomorrow. Win or learn.